all of you have had training in low oxygen environments, right?
Yes.
Good.
I've certainly been holding my breath with this Gar stuff.
There we go.
Nice. Okay. So, if there's nothing else, we can jump ahead to the ascent. The following day, you have to return to the monastery, basically, and you can see that there are... the camps have started to be broken down. It seems to be that Devon's party is getting ready to take their leave of this place as well. You don't see any sight of Devon when you get there, but you still can see his men are milling about. When you speak with the monks and make your intent known that you intend to climb, they seem to be in good spirits. Whatever Gar said must have finally been the straw to drive off Devon, and they're grateful. So they're not going to ask for any donations for the climb. They will just escort you over to the wall itself.
Hey, Doc, before we go up, did you replenish your trappings?
Yes.
Good.
And if the barony wasn't the place to do it, this would have been the place to do it.
This is
very true. Yeah.
So I should have it back, and I can't do it again until next chapter.
Cool. Okay. All right. So now, as you begin, again, I will set the scene. This is a sheer cliff. I think the book says it's something like 18 stories or something crazy like that.
Well,
it's a lot. It's going to be a long climb.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't think we should go straight up the wall. And also, we would have to go like back and forth, I guess, because these guys aren't going to make it. All your guys don't have climbing.
We're taking the ladder, I think, but that's still a climb. So
Well,
I'd say you're taking the ladder.
3 of mine are flyers, at least.
Funny, all my men have climbing.
Oh,
nice.
Well, I'm looking forward to a good ascent today.
Yeah, and it's not going to be nothing, because as you begin, maybe 20 minutes after you start your way up, and ladder is also maybe generous again. This
a couple sticks of wood they have.
Yeah, they've nailed like little pitons or like basically railroad spikes into the side of this, and every couple stories there's a little like landing, like scaffolding that has been erected where you could like stop and sit and catch your breath and vomit if you need to. But it's going to be a long trek. And as you guys start, you just make it to the first one of these little landings, and you can see that below you it appears that several of the boars that are with their party are attempting to also make the climb up. And I don't think boars have climb, which is the thing, but they're definitely trying to... I think they have endurance. They're definitely trying to match you. Seems like they're trying to keep pace with you.
But I don't think they're actually mountain critters.
You know, all of my guys, except for 2, have either climbing or can fly. My bodyguards are the ones who don't have climbing. Can they dig their way up?
Can they just burrow into the side of the... Go up at a 45
much
degree
like the
angle?
doctor, they're armadillos.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. So,
Minecraft our way up.
I
feel like what I want to do here is preemptively declare myself as the target for Lazarus Heart before I fall like 18 stories. And then we do the roll.
Yeah, I guess that's probably fair. I mean, you'll have some time on the way down to cast a spell.
And since I'm on flying duty, I'm going to watch for anybody who's going to slip, and I'm willing to come in and give you a climbing assist.
Give you an assist, cool. Yeah, it is windy up here. It's overcast today, so it's still not ideal climbing positions, and out away from the cover of trees and landmarks and the cliffs, the wind is biting and cold, and your extremities quickly go numb as you continue up this grueling climb. And I would like to get climbing checks from the group. I think this
Or weather sense rolls from the flyers.
From the flyers, sure.
So I've already botched.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
I don't have any climbing, by the way, or any gift that helps.
Okay.
Oh
What the
my
hell
god,
is that?
Doctor.
All right.
And Anushka's not looking good either.
Hold on, I got more dice.
Fast climber does nothing. For
There we
roll,
go.
Right?
Yeah. I guess fast climber typically means it's well, mechanically means that you can do climbing in combat and it's not a stunt. In this case, I would say it could also mean that you basically make really good time. So if you were fast climber, you'd probably be at the head of the climbing party.
Right.
Okay. Did somebody assist the doc?
Hold on, I'm still going through all my guys.
Oh, I assumed that was to attempt to assist me. My bad.
No, that's just my weather sense roll to actually ascend.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now I'll go ahead and try to help you with my body and climbing. I am successful, and my assist bonus is D12. I'm a team player. Thank you very much.
Okay. I don't think it would give me better than a success, so I mean, I'm just keeping it unless there's a DC that you want to have
Okay,
here.
I pretty much don't
Right.
want to botch.
What are we
Yeah,
rolling
so-
for the flyers?
Weather
Well,
sense.
speed and
you
weather
could
sense.
roll speed and weather sense for flyer, but it could be body and weather sense. I don't know.
And we
Well,
are
for
just
a
looking for
typical,
one
it doesn't matter.
success to stay on the wall and get to the top, basically.
Give me a moment to finish typing up for my regulars.
Right.
Okay.
I feel the pain. Okay, this is the. I'm gonna hit enter for the people I expect to make it.
Okay.
Yep, everybody except for Pretty Carmelite. Damn it.
Pretty caramely.
Alright, hold on. Now I gotta get Winter and myself. Winter, do you have climbing? Of course you don't. You got hiking. That doesn't do anything for us here, does it?
Not in this case.
Great, I'm gonna lose Winter, and I'm gonna die too. No, wait, I'm gonna be fine. Strength does apply to climbing, though.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
back when we were talking about the other thing, it's specifically in the climbing part.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Climbing,
Cool.
yes. Hiking, no. So yeah.
Right. So hold on, let me just double check that any of those people that Pretty Carmelite doesn't have strength. Just gotta. No, she doesn't.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, Vern
So-
needs help.
Here's Winter. Thank you, God, Winter. And now me.
Slippery Vern. Just can't find purchase on that wall.
I know, right?
And I'm fine.
Gonna make me increase my body at this rate.
Okay.
Did anybody have any extras they could throw at Pretty Carmelite?
Pretty Carmelite's
right,
about
so-
to take a dive.
Yeah, no
Ugly
one's
bastard
falling
girl.
off the wall. I think at this point, a botch is like, oh yes, you get knocked off the wall, you fall to your death. Or you fall for a ways and get hurt and maybe like catch yourself, but takes like some damage in the process. No, so what I'm thinking is anyone who didn't succeed is kind of like falling to the bottom of the party, and is getting overtaken by these boar. The boar have made it to the landing just below where you guys are hiking.
And Pretty Carmelite and Slippery Vern are stuck down with them.
Right, they're on the pegs above them, but maybe like 4 to 6 paces above them at this point. And the boar have gotten onto one of these little scaffolds, and it appears that they are pulling slings out of their packs and loading them with rocks. And Pretty Carmelinth and Slippery Vern are going to take shots.
I feel like I missed something. Who the hell are these boars?
These boars are part of Devon's party,
Oh, cool.
Part
they
of
are
his hunting
straight up
party.
murderers. Got it.
and they were instructed to follow you and basically just do whatever they can to mess with you on the road.
Mess with you, aka kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Murder's messing with you, sure.
Yeah, sure. I mean, technically.
Yes, it seems that Gar's insults were not to be forgotten completely, and yeah.
Killing
So
you is the most extreme version of messing with you.
yeah, he may not be allowed to kill you in cold blood. Again, I'll remind you guys that back he has a rumor for basically starting fights with nobles by flirting with their wives and then challenging them to duels, and then after they accept, killing them in duels. He is a sadist, but
Oh yeah, he's
you
a
know,
horrible kid. I knew that.
exactly. The loophole, of course, is that if you refuse to fight him, he doesn't have any kind of legal recourse for killing you. So that's where you got him, Gar. But
Of course,
apparently
he
he's
has
not
a bunch
above
of friends to
sending.
back him up and say, yes, he totally agreed to die.
Sure, I mean, yeah, he's not above sending like literal hit squads after people to kill you in the woods, or to knock you off the side of a mountain and say, oh, I guess he's tripped and fell. That's treacherous. Probably shouldn't have skipped arm day.
Well, I mean, he's attacking the least member of our groups, so clearly.
Exactly, and I should probably make some rolls now. So, these guys have ample time to aim and attack as your buddies are trying to climb up. I feel like, are their dodge dice going to be limited by their climb dice? That's something that we have done with endurance.
Oh
in the
yeah,
past.
when you're climbing, all your dice are limited by your climb. Once again, these were things that bothered us.
Oh, let me try this.
So this means the best we can roll is a d6.
That's a D12, and this is for Karma. Apologies if there's the name.
Question. That also applies to all the secondary things, like say coward, right? The coward die would be capped at a d6, right?
I assume so. Raph, what would you say? Rule on that. Would a coward die be capped at a D6 also for climbing?
You're always asking me the stuff that we cared about. I mean, usually, yes, we capped everything because it bothered us if you were in a delirious circumstance. But range dice still apply.
That's right. Although, I guess we'll be generous and say that they're outside of near range, so they would get a D8.
Yeah. I mean, if they're more than 4 paces away, it's at least a D8. Of course, people are coming after you. So the people who are shooting at them are on the ground.
They're on one of the scaffolds. You're still very high up at this point, but they're basically firing from the ground.
If the boars are also climbing, their attack dice are limited by their climbing dice.
Right. They're not right now, right? They're basically, for all intents and purposes, on the ground.
Right. If they're on firm ground, then yeah. So we're getting shot at.
And it's really, we're just doing these attacks at Carmelite and Vern, the two stragglers who failed their climbing checks. So the first one we'll do versus Vern.
Well, if they're shooting at us, then I'm going to have to go deal with these guys. Let's get the flyers to deal with them.
Yeah,
I did
flyers
that
to get in too. I just assume that's going to happen after the defense.
Yeah, it's double brackets, right?
I didn't know they were going to shoot at us.
Oh, interesting. So it did. Okay, so that's probably not the right way I was supposed to do that. But if you mouse over, so for Vern, there's an attack of 3, a 6, and a 1, so 6 high. So he's got to try to dodge, and remember his dodge dice are capped by his climbing dice.
Yes. I got a 3.
Okay, so that's 1 hit that goes through. They're using bullets, so it's going to be damage plus 1. So it'll be 2 damage coming to Vern.
All right.
See if I can do this differently. So it would be D6, and then another D6, and then a D12, and this one's coming at Carmelite. There we go. Okay.
You know, I'm going to tap Coward.
Okay.
Which is still capped to a D6, though, but it gives me double D6 chance. Damn it.
All right, so Vern is taking 2 damage, and Carmelite did not beat the 4. So Carmelite is also taking 2 damage to soak, and there's one more roll, and this one's also going at Vern. There's 3 of these guys.
Let's see. She is resolved.
Oh,
So Vern took
Okay.
2 damage, so that means he's hurt and afraid.
How much damage was
Reeling.
coming at Carmelith?
2, I believe.
She sucks it, so she's just reeling.
Okay, cool. And then the second attack against Vern is a 1, a 4, and an 11.
And the 4 and the 11 go through.
And the 4 and the 11 go through. Okay, cool. And then that's +1, so it's 3 damage coming at Vern again to soak. And he soaks 2 of it, so that's 1 more damage.
Well, that's just 1 damage because he took 2 from the 4s at least.
Right. And then it
And
will
then
be
you said
+1.
3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he soaked. Where's my soaked? I'm glad I label these things.
Yeah. I think you just did it,
Didn't
right?
soak any. Yeah, so I'm injured.
Injured. Okay. All right. Ugh. Okay. So that'll be my boar's turn, and now it's the party's turn. The flyers are the ones that really have the most mobility to react to this. So let's go over to our flyers. Arafidi, are you with us? Raph, we can't hear you, or I can't hear you. Maybe my headphones just finally died. Hold on.
I found the button.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Sorry,
Now I can hear you.
I was upgraded to Windows 11 today. So yeah, well, you bastards. How many of them are down there that are slinging?
Sorry, I just missed the last thing you said.
I said, how many boars are slinging?
There's 3 on the platform, and there's 2
Okay.
more that are still climbing.
Okay, and how many flyers are with me? None of these guys are flying fighters, right?
No. I have 3 flyers though.
And so if they wanted to land and attack, they would be 18 stories up?
At this point, they would be 2 stories up, which we would
Okay.
say is like 15 feet.
And how are they armed?
All of these boars seem to be carrying slings.
No, my guys, the flyers.
Oh, your guys. I don't know. That's an address question.
Yeah, that's an address question.
And I think Theta just got up out of his chair, so.
Well, I'll assume that they're going to land and ready their weapons. I'll go ahead and solo all 3 of these guys.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move and fly down to land on the platform.
Okay.
Tap the rapid guard, tap the rapid aim. And you guys are armed with slings, so you actually can't counterattack. So I'm going to go ahead and slash.
True.
Is there enough room for all 4 of us on the scaffold?
I'll say there's just enough room. Let's say each of these scaffolds can hold like 6 people at a time maximum. So yes, there's room for 4 of you on them.
Okay, I will attack the closest one with the battle air.
Ah, your new sword.
And I will rapid aim at him. Yes, well, it's not my sword, but I'm still using it.
Okay.
So you can try to dodge this.
He can only dodge, and he's only dodging with the D6, I think. I should probably pull up the boar stat block quickly.
Oh, that's a crappy roll.
I think they've got endurance, and that's
By the way,
about
you
it.
say there's 6 of them on the platform. How?
Go up to 6.
Oh, no.
Should be on the platform. There's
Yeah,
only
right
3
now there's 3 on the platform, and there's 2 more that are still climbing up on the
So
pegs
3
behind them.
boars and Anushka?
Yeah, right
Yep,
now
3
3 boars
boars.
and Anushka on there.
Okay.
Digging endurance
And
tactics.
would it help if
Nah.
one of my guys landed up there and gave you like tactics bonus or something?
It would have, but you weren't here.
Oh, you could do it now though. There's no initiative, so if you guys want to coordinate.
And not that much. I'd rather you guys landed and got your ranged weapons ready to soften these guys up.
We gotta land somewhere, so...
Yeah, well, I don't actually have a... Well, then you guys should land on the scaffolding, but I don't actually have any tactics, so don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. So it would be moot then. All right. So you're making your first attack. Here's the first dodge. It's a D6, and it's a 4, which means 1.
All right,
Success.
that is a hit with the battle which, excuse me, we'll hear what I remember that window is. I believe that is 3 points of damage.
All right. These guys are going to roll.
That is a 3-point hit. I will now sweep and attack the second boar because a battle is a sweep weapon.
Nice. Okay. Soaking. Sorry, how much damage did you say total?
3.
3. All right. That soaks down to 2. That guy's hurt and
You are
afraid.
hurt and afraid.
I'm going to drag some tokens out here.
I will sweep and attack the second one. I have a 6.
Okay. Sorry, I just want to put some tokens down. Hurt and afraid. The second guy, you rolled a 6. And he's rolling his dodge, which again, it's D6. All right. Okay, he doesn't. He screams out the 3. So that's 1 success again.
That is a
And he's
3-point
gonna
hit.
roll
I will sweep it to the third guy. Sucks to be on a small scaffold, guys.
I know, right? So he's rolling 2d6 to soak. He soaks.
He's only hurt.
He's just hurt. And the last one is going to, again, dodge with the d6. And botch.
That is a
Lovely.
botch, which gives me an extra success. This is a critical weapon. You will take 5 points of damage.
I thought
Oh
that
my
only happened when they bought soak.
Right, that's not
Then
a
it's
thing.
only a 3-point hit. You are only hurt.
Okay, only hurt. Although, I mean, it was his dodge roll that he botched, right? We could just say that he takes a tumble. He tries to
I
dodge.
thought
and
it
tumbles.
was an extra
botch,
success,
so-
but these guys looked it up and said it isn't, so we're not doing that.
I know, but I just think
Because
narratively
also
speaking,
it's not happening to us, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say for expediency's sake, this guy tries to dodge, but he loses his footing and
He
slips.
could just fall off.
And there's a Wilhelm scream. Yes.
Yeah, he could
As he tumbles.
just fall off because it does say you can send them reeling, and that could easily make him fall off the platform. So I show up, swing this stupid blade, this curved blade around. It's like, whoa, what the hell is that? Ah! Like, yep, Rinaldi steel.
Rinaldi steel. It's beautifully weighted and slish slash. Okay.
A civilized weapon. I have 2 of these. Not 2 of these. I have 2 swords. I was just using that one.
A
It's like,
civilized weapon for a more modern.
I didn't want to have to do this. Now you're trapped up here with me.
Exactly. Indeed. Okay.
No, the other 2
other
guys
flyers.
could probably take out the other 2 climbers. That would actually be a lot better.
Well, other 3. I have 2.
The
Oh,
other
no,
3
there's
would
only-
take out the 2 climbers.
There's only 2 more climbers.
No,
Yeah.
I have 3 guys that fly.
Yeah, you've got 3 guys to attack with.
Your flyers would have to land though, because none of them are flying fighters.
Well, they'd have to land and then pull out weapons. So that would be
Right.
their whole turns anyway.
So we're at least we're filling up the scaffolding. Although an empty spot was just created.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So back to my dude's turn. So this one guy is afraid. He's really got nowhere to run to, though. So he's just going to... And nowhere to hide, really. So he's just going to squeeze himself back against the wall of the palisades. He saw his friends just tumble over the side, and he is scared shitless.
I mean, you recover
dropping
from
his
reeling and guard, so that makes the most sense.
Exactly. Give him a guard token.
You're a veteran, so that's a good move.
Right? His buddy
Yeah, so
is
you're a
going
veteran.
to recover from reeling, drop the sling, and draw his short sword. So at least he could...
You draw steel. Oh, good. I thought you were going to tusk me.
Exactly. At least he could counter if you try that again. His buddies are going to continue to climb. They will climb up onto the scaffolding, but they will be reeling because it's a stunt for them, and that's their turn. So they're not fast climbers.
Well, there's not enough space for everybody, because where did the other 3
right.
bird people land?
Right. So you've got 3 bird people. Oh, right. So I guess there really isn't anywhere for them to go.
Yeah,
They're going to look up, and they're going to look down, and they're going to start... and they're going to start climbing down to the scaffold below.
In fairness, only one of them is a bird person. The other 2 are fruit bats.
Oh, that's okay. So these guys are below you on the scaffolds, below you and still reeling. Okay. And that's my action. Just back to you.
Man, I don't want to kill anybody. But I already
I mean,
did.
one guy would
Well,
surrender.
one of them's already afraid and can't really go anywhere except maybe down.
Yeah, I just have to neutralize this last one, which is what I will do, even though he has drawn steel. I will go ahead and recharge. I'll recharge rapid guard, aim, and attack.
Okay.
And that is on you.
He is a vengeful fighter, which, if memory serves,
Yeah, I
gives
was
him
going
a
to give him a
bonus
bonus. That's why I'm glad I aimed.
for his counter. The bonus, what would it be? A D6 or a
D12.
D8? D12. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That
Vengeful Fighter is
provided
nice.
bonus D12 to all your counters
Nice.
while you're hurt or injured. That is a crappy roll.
Oh, okay, so this was going to be 2d6 and 2d12. And hey, that is
I
not a
will
crappy.
tap the gift of Tandem Fighter and redo this with the long sword in my other hand. We
Oh,
both
you're no
reroll.
fun. Okay.
I am no fun.
No fun. Okay, you got one hit on me.
That's better than nothing. All
true.
right, that is a long sword, which is 2 + 1, and you're already
Plus he's
hurt,
hurt.
so it's a 4-point hit.
Okay, we're soaking 2d6, and we soak 2 of the 4, which means that he is hurt and afraid. He doesn't want to
That's what I
fight up
wanted.
here anymore.
All right,
And
so
he's
yeah.
rolling.
So nope, fighting with 2 blades. I'm a whirling dervish of death.
So these guys
That's
down,
it. That's the end of my turn.
These guys down here were climbing up. Is that what it was?
Climbing down.
They decided to
changed their
climb
minds.
down because they
went
didn't
down.
have any more room to climb up. So they're like a
Your
story
birds
down.
can actually do something, so your birds could use their ranged weapons.
That's what I'm saying. So should I take them out or?
Yeah, if you. Well,
I
if
would.
you
Otherwise,
want to.
they're going to get out their slings and take us out.
All right. So Rutherford is a veteran, so aim. Plus they're reeling.
I mean, you could yell at them too. You could try to like press us.
They shot at one of our friends. We're very defensive of our friends.
Like it. Okay.
Plus the skills.
Okay. And these guys are going to be dodging with a D6 and a D12 for range.
All right. So that's Rutherford, my Raven Ranger.
Okay. So first one, that's nice. You got a 2-point hit on him.
2 with a long bow, so it's +1 crit. So it's what?
Oh,
damage?
so that becomes 4. Yeah. All right. And okay. He's soaking, and he soaks to 2, but that will still get him hurt and afraid. Oh, and he was reeling. I don't know if you included the D8, but
Yeah, I did.
nice. Okay.
All right, and then I got 2 more short bow attacks from my fruit bat hunters, who
Nice.
are not veterans. All right, so obviously the other target.
Yeah. All right.
And then
Dodges
the
the
second
first one.
on that same other target.
And dodges the second
In
one.
fairness, we did as good as we could have.
Yeah. No, I think that was pretty good. Okay, there's only one guy who seems willing to keep fighting here. I think these guys are going to basically, the ones on the platform with all of your flyers will put their hands up and drop their weapons and say, truce, truce, truce. I guess, do you accept the truce, or do you want this to be a
I
negotiation
don't have
attempt?
it in my heart to kill. Isn't there one more who still isn't afraid?
There's one more. He's down below you.
Yeah. Your cause is lost. Now run before I regret giving you the mercy that you don't deserve. I'm gonna yell at this guy.
Okay.
You get a range bonus of D. Yeah, it's body, will, and presence, and you get a range bonus of D8.
Okay. Let's see. So these guys have Increased trait body. Good for them. A D8, 2d6 and a D8.
Fantastic roll right there.
D8.
He would
I
have given
know.
up anyway.
Nice. 2d6. Okay, well, he does succeed.
Yeah, he does win.
But he can still realistically back down anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get him afraid, but he'll consider this. But his two friends here are afraid. I think they're going to start climbing back down.
Yes.
But
If you're
I'm
giving
not.
them the option, they totally
I
will.
I decided not to butcher anyone. Run before I regret letting you live. But she would say it like with a hearty laugh, not like the bitter spite of Rafferty.
Gotcha. So, we're going to fast track this a little bit. So, the boar will scoot past you and begin rapidly descending the ladder. This last one who is not afraid will wait until all of the rest of his friends have passed him and glare at them and glare at you and say, "You haven't seen the last of us!" And then follow his friends down.
And I'll just smack my swords together.
Nice.
It's like, you don't start none, you don't get none.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
What have I become?
The obligatory, what have I become?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, no one died. Well, actually, that's not true. One guy died.
One person fell to their death.
One else died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys finally make it to the top and pull yourselves over the edge of the cliffs, you are greeted by the dense wood in front of you and the open, cold, silvery air behind you. Your arms tingle, your fingers hurt, and you're probably out of breath, but you've made it.
Feel that bracing mountain air. It's like
Right.
being home again.
With just mild wounds from the rear of your party.
Yeah, who got shot in the butt?
I forget if it was
Vern got
Carmelite or Vern.
Well, it's
I think
time
Vern
to
got hurt
apply the
worse,
first
so.
aid.
Oh yeah, I can do first aid. Something that
No,
very
I can
rarely
go
needs to
first.
happen.
Get out of my way.
Nuchka got there
Okay,
first.
all right.
You have been aided.
Beautiful.
So, how many quota did I get back? I'm assuming.
None. I'm not a doctor. I just do first aid.
First aid is for hurt.
Is anyone injured?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I can't help with that. I just help with the hurt.
I can pray it away, and there's no reason for me not to.
So Carmelite only got reeling, so Carmelite is fine.
Oh, feel the love here. That would get rid of injury without you even rolling will. Good thing we didn't have to depend on your will. Congratulations, it's the healing light. You're no longer injured.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Now, I was going to have Connor yell down, if your master wants a fight, he can come see us at the top, but I decided that Gar doesn't want to be associated with Connor.
I
so
appreciate the 18-story shout, by the way. What?
Go back and train for another 100 years.
Write that message. Connor, what you need to do is write that message on a note and drop it on a rock.
Yeah, onto their heads.
Kills one of them on the way down. Yeah. On your way up, you pass signs that are like, please attend to your belongings. Don't drop anything. Be mindful of the people below you on the ladder. There's no guardrails, so, use scaffolds at your own risk.
The only safety is a single sign saying mind the gap.
Exactly, yes.
Use the bathroom before the climb.
Pelaginese will not be held responsible for anyone who...
By climbing this mountain, you accept the end-user license agreement.
Yep, the top of the Pelaginese monastery is just covered in loogie. Just loogies from start to finish. All right, so you've made it. Congratulations, your very first climb up the walls of Calabria. You know that White Ridge should only be about a day's journey north, or maybe 2, given that it's through the mountains. And can I get weather sense from anyone who wants to roll weather sense? Mind and weather sense?
Quick, put the birds on it.
Okay, 1 success from Manushka. You're not sure how bad it's going to get, but you are quite sure that there's going to be some
Well, we can
stormy
assist
weather
her.
ahead.
Sorry, I had a spoon in my mouth. We can assist her.
Oh yeah, if you want to roll an assist.
From the 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, so 3d8s.
Damn, nice. So that's 1 success for the first D8, so that gives you 2 successes.
Well, I
Do
mean,
you want to
if
roll
each
2
of them
more?
assists, yeah.
That's 3 successes. You get 1 more.
Oh, I got 3 assists? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
Wow.
mean, with 3... All
I
right,
have
I
3
got 4
flyers on my crew,
successes.
so-
I don't know if that's going to tell me anything more about the weather. I mean, yes, bad weather is coming.
No, I'll tell you that specifically, you've got 2 days of a storm that will probably be heavy snow, which will make trekking difficult. But if you stay to the lowland wooded areas, it'll add some time to your trek, but it won't be as cold as if you try to take like the over mountain pass. So
Wow. Okay. Well, this is going to be miserable. I mean, I want you to imagine, like, you know, the Scottish Highlands. Like, this is what we're in. This is up, down, low valleys with trees. Also, hanging around the low valleys is, well, I guess if it's not accumulating snow, it would be all right. But yeah, this is going to be miserable, guys. Also, so we're not going to be in the bottom of the valley. We're not going to be in the top. So we're going to be precarious footing the entire time. I really hope we're not attacked by a mob of people who all have sure-footed.
right. So here's the
We
So I
should
guess
be. They should be under assault right now by 2 armies.
the thing. So here's what I'll give you for the because this is weather sense, right? You would
Right.
be able to know things. So you know this storm is going to come. It's going to last for like 2 days, and then there's going to be like then you're going to get like a warm front, basically.
It could probably
So
break. Yeah.
it'll
It's,
probably break. So
but how
if
do
you
how do
wanted to
guys-
make camp here and wait, you could wait the storm out.
Well, we did get extra food, but I would want to get some distance from this spot in case the boars come back.
And that
Right.
cave isn't around here, is it?
I think the cave that you were talking about was somewhere around like this side, because you had found it coming from Septigus. I
Could
think.
we get to it before the storm hits?
Yeah. Let's see. I would say, you know what, if you wanted to do like a forced march, like I'd have everybody roll endurance and you'd be risking fatigue and stuff, but
I would suggest that would be safer. We'd have protection from the elements, be farther away from here. And you know, you're all hale and hearty, right?
as of right now,
Oh gosh, that climb was exhausting. Please, no more.
We march for Gar. 3 cheers for
No.
Gar.
Ooh.
Gar, give everybody a big inspirational speech.
there you go.
You are all people of good and well done character, and I believe in each and one of you is going to do the right thing before your lives are over.
That's the most inspirational thing I've ever heard you say, Theta.
You've got a decent window, right? Okay.
Sorry, I was also just double checking how many of my men have endurance.
Right.
Doppelsolners have endurance twice because they're also bears.
Well, I'm fine.
Nice.
In fact, what's my favorite use?
No, the
Yep.
psych is pretty okay for me.
Well, still 3 successes. I'm willing to burn one of those to help somebody.
All right, let's see. She's got nothing.
Should probably roll my what you guys are actually rolling against for
Hiking.
the
Does hiking apply to this?
hiking definitely applies to this.
Good.
Okay,
She doesn't
luckily
have
you're still
endurance,
rolling
but she
against
has
3.
hiking. Let's see. The Doppelsolners. Well, they don't have hiking, but they get 3 dice. Oh, are the flyers rolling anything different?
It's still endurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Long distance flying is different.
They do have.
I feel like
endurance,
hiking
that's
is sort of abstracted too. It's
Hiking
fine.
does apply.
Well,
It's the generic.
the Frubat Hunters have both endurance and hiking, so they're fine. I
Nice.
just wanted to double check.
right. Like I think even if you're not strictly walking across the ground, even if you're flying for long distance, that'd still be considered hiking.
Yeah, when people say it's quite a hike, they mean it's quite a distance. So
Right.
Rutherford has endurance and. Oh shit. My bodyguards are always bad at this.
I see 2 botches there. Oh shit.
Alright, so Leadfoot Merlina fails. Sorry, now I actually need to check myself in winter.
all right, so, let's find out who falls behind, and we'll have some of us pick up the
Winter has
stragglers.
endurance. You have hiking.
Do we have 2 botches on Connor's team?
Yes.
Okay, so
Nice.
what is James and what is Buster?
James is a raccoon. Buster is a bear. James is a, let me see here. He's a robber, and Buster's a militiaman.
Buster's a what?
Militiaman. Militia person.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I'd like to go ahead and burn a success to bail out Buster. Buster can roll an extra d12.
Before you do that, can you give me a second? I have still Gar himself to roll, and I apparently have no dice for this.
Oh well, let's see how that goes.
Strength
Well,
doesn't apply, right?
Right.
We only need 1 success.
I failed. And Leadfoot Merlina.
Gar, take a d8. I'm gonna help you out.
Okay.
There we go.
So
We
wh-
each now have 1 success.
So
Wouldn't
I've
Winter
lost his-
Winter should bail out Leadfoot's ass.
Okay.
So Leadfoot can
and
roll a
he
bonus.
is a team player, so D12.
Oh, so Leadfoot rolls a d12.
There we go. Leadfoot's fine too.
Okay. All
I forgot
right.
to roll
Yoshim, why don't you? Yoshim should bail out James, so James can roll an extra d8 because we only need 1 success. So that's on you, Arcloid. I'll roll 20. And your die rolling mechanism, for some reason, takes 5 minutes.
Well, I think it's just time taking typing it.
Yeah, but there we go.
Yeah, he was doing them all at once.
Okay.
I rolled for Potter, so I put him in there too, and he passed.
All right, so we've
So
got 2
James is still in trouble.
We've got 2 failures. Okay, well, let's see. Well, Connor, you have 2 successes. Why don't you try to bail out James?
Yes.
So an extra d8 for James. As James keeps falling behind, he falls over, and then, Yochim runs over to pick him up.
He's pickpocketed like 5 people that have come to help him now.
All right, and I'll go ahead and help out Buster because this is amusing.
Oh, Buster, he got a, what did he get for his assist?
9.
A 9.
All right. So basically, we fall over each other, but like what I would point out here is notice we had a lot of people who could do this. So when some people fail and pick up the slack, the other ones pick it up. And so we trade bundles, we go back and forth, and fortunately, nothing comes to eat our faces while we're doing this, right?
I mean, I didn't say that. So you have no botches and no failures at the end of the day?
Yeah, but we do redistribute stuff. So
I mean, that's
some of
fine.
us have to go grab some loads and that kind of stuff.
There aren't many people who have more than 1 success.
Yeah, no one has
And
more
that's
than
fine.
1 success. So we make 1 success worth of time.
Okay, cool. So you guys
So
do manage to push yourselves through, keep everyone together, and you do find this cave. As the first wet, heavy snowflakes begin to fall,
Is our old friend
you
there?
manage to get into this cave. We will say this is the same cave that you met your friend, the smelly bear hermit, in. Although
Is he here?
he doesn't seem to be here.
Is anything here? Like
Some
supplies,
of his stuff is here, but not all of it, and none of the food is here.
What about that giant pile of furs or whatever it was?
Right, he had a giant pile of something.
Yeah, he was sleeping in it. It was warm.
Oh, yeah.
Realizing now that might be more ominous than it first sounded.
No, we've had this whole conversation about wigs before.
Yeah.
Apparently, dude has just been shedding and living in his own shedded fur. I have no idea what it is.
Okay,
but,
Gar, what's the name of the alchemist?
He's not there.
Nautilus? Okay, Nautilus.
No,
and
I said
will
not with us.
Oh,
not with us. Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
guys don't
thought-
have him.
who's Nolsius? Oh, well, what happened to your alchemist? I thought he was your buddy.
We left him at the
No, I had
Ashton's
only
place.
just recruited them, and then I had to cut a number of people because I decided they didn't want to cut
Oh,
with.
who's your ally?
Winter.
Winter.
Okay, Winter's your ally. All right,
Not an
Winter
alchemist,
is
but
my
a
ally,
thaumaturge.
much like Russia.
all right. Well, who's got? Doctor, you've got craft, right?
I think you mistake me for someone who works with his hands.
Doctor, you have survival. Go roll that body and survival die and go get some wood.
Well, I have
into
two
the woods I
carpenters
go.
with
Hmm?
me. Two of my
Technically, this would be a
search.
Wait,
search.
hold on a second. Arcloid is saying something. I think he's got hunters.
I don't have hunters. I have carpenters.
Oh,
Oh well,
Okay.
no. I'm looking for guys with survival so we can get wood for firewood.
I have two
I love
hunters.
you say we have carpenters.
My-
Firewood.
I have two hunters, and they have survival.
Okay. Then I get
Also,
I would,
Ruth-
Have them assist me then.
Also,
I
Ruther,
would've
the
s-
ranger, has survival.
yeah. And I've got 2 successes, so I'm assuming we could just rote all this. I'm just rolling because it would be funny if I botched. But no, we could just get a fire together in the cave because it's going to be pretty dismal.
Yeah, I got 3 myself before getting any of
All
this,
right.
so this is all going pretty good.
Being
right now.
experienced woodsmen, woods people, we go and gather a bunch of stuff together and set a fire, and it will warm our hearts. And no one makes fun of Yochim or Buster.
I
Or-
like it.
And
We are all
Congressman
in this
makes us
together.
a bunch of chairs.
Now, James, what you want to do when you fall over like that is that you need to reach up with one hand to their shoulder and the other hand around to their pocket where their wallet is.
Hmm.
That's what you needed to be doing. Your technique was all wrong.
Why is the doctor teaching him this?
Because he was a pickpocket on the streets of Burge.
I've already passed down my knowledge of the light to others. I now must pass on my earthly knowledge as well.
Remember how Jesus was a carpenter?
You're
Lesser
not
story
kidding.
about
Even
him
the
being a
lowliest of
pickpocket.
us.
Okay.
So if
well,
he is as divine as the light itself, does that mean he's also divinely pickpocketing?
Oh.
the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. Where's my wallet?
What is it for letter domain? Deceit, I think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Reasonably certain it was.
It's the ability to pick people's pockets in the middle of combat, which is another thorny issue that may not be as thorny as we think it is.
Yeah, I've not come across anyone who's ever attempted, but
Well, the thing is, he also
Well,
needs to know what's in
that's a
NPC's
different
pocket.
debate. There
As a
was a
GM.
time period where people picked pockets. Now, when people die, they just leave their bodies in the streets because gear doesn't exist anymore.
yeah, right.
But I think the thing is that you
Hmm.
need the GM to know what's in every NPC's pocket. And it doesn't seem like a lot of
Right.
people are prepared for that.
Every session
No.
is Gollum's riddle. Or
Exactly.
Bilbo's, I guess.
Bilbo's riddle, right? And that sounds like a job for a great random table. This guy's got these cool
Pocket
little
lint and 10
GM
cents.
cards with stuff on them. This guy's got a fancy accessory, leather gloves, silvered cane, and illuminated cuff.
This guy's
And
got a will in his pocket, huh?
This guy's got a dressed pheasant in his pocket. Okay. Anyway,
This
yeah.
guy
So
doesn't even have a pocket, pervert.
as you guys, I think you guys are, well, yeah, you've made it to shelter. You may, if you decide to wait out the storm, you'll be dipping into your rations a little bit, but it might be less risky than being caught out in the open. But it's
Oh.
up to you. We can decide.
No,
when we come.
after watching James, I mean, we're pretty tough, but
We should go ahead and wait. When we get to Mount Grimart, we'll still have approximately 2 weeks of rations to try to trek out into the mountains.
Yeah, we
Nice.
brought extra food. Well, don't remember we also have to leave. Like, we have to have enough to
get back as well.
See, while we were walking into the cave, we didn't see the giant sign that says "Welcome to Donner's Cave."
I mean, it's also a question of, we could also look to see how bad the storm is, because while you guys are waiting here, I could do the pit stop in Grimart, because all I have to do in Grimart is find the contact to tell them that I have the sword and they need to arrange a drop-off point.
Right.
And that's going to take a while. So,
I don't know. I would like to have dropped back there again as well.
Well, at least we'll be staying in a city or in a populated area where we can eat.
Well, so wait, what you're saying is you all want to go to Mount Grimart.
I don't know. That's a great idea.
Some people have reasons to go. Adris has, friends and contacts there. Some people who owe him favors.
So we're going there anyway. Yeah, no, we brought extra food. I say we should. I know that some of you are pretty hardy, but also looking at Connor's crew. Well, and also like our display here. I don't think there's any need to rush. We're far enough away from the cliffs that I don't think the boars are gonna. The boars are gonna look at the storm and say, "Screw that."
Probably. The other thing is, while you guys are hunkered down, you don't have to spend the entire time playing 20 questions. You can hunt and forage, and if you're successful foraging, you might not have to dip into as many rations as.
And we have 2 hunters.
But I really do like 20 questions.
But and so and
I have a ranger and 2 hunters. Yeah, so
ranger and 2 hunters, and Doc and I still have survival.
Yeah, and that's the skill you'd be using. So
I don't know if does Connor still have survival?
No, I don't think I.
Or I guess that's a gift, right?
Okay, no, you guys can just hunker in the cave, and if the hermit comes back, he can get mad at us for touching all of his stuff.
Well, I do have survival, so I can help.
Oh yeah, that's what we would do. Nice. And so if you want to do that, but I'm also thinking it's getting a little late, so this is probably a good place to wrap.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we'll revisit all of these considerations next time and make our way to White Ridge and Mount Grimart. So yeah, it was a travel episode, but thank you guys for bearing with.
Hey, I think it was great.
Yeah, we got to have some fun scenes. I honestly did not expect it to go the way it went, and I will tell you, it was one of those... we're doing the recap now, so I'll be candid. It was one of those situations where I had planned the adventure to go one way, and then you guys did a 180 and went the exact opposite way, and there's no shame in that, but it was I wonder what's going to happen today. So, we are.
As I keep saying, that is why I'm here.
I mean,
not to derail your plans, but because we can have the fun of doing different things.
We had a dramatic ascent up a cliffside where we had flying fighters fighting against people who were trying to climb. It was pretty great.
Well, I'm the only flying fighter, but yeah. No,
Oh, go ahead.
I
was just gonna say, I'm just glad that someone fell off the cliff. That's all. It makes me feel good.
It was about to happen.
That we did get one Wilhelm scream. So I'm happy. But yeah, okay. So
I love the wording. And Red's happy that someone fell to their death.
It doesn't have to be one of your guys. It can be one of my guys.
As long as someone died.
As long as someone, it's validation. You want to feel like the set pieces, the danger is real, and that's just a barometer for knowing.
Well, I am fond of saying that one of the ways to prove that something is fatal is it actually has to kill someone, and that's a big danger in gaming, because as I'm fond of pointing out, that if no one's dying, then it's not fatal. If you're just doing hit point damage to me and my number stays positive, I haven't actually died. So that's one reason to have hangers on and that kind of thing. And also, I'm glad we're getting back to some of the old school roots. I pointed out, one thing in these old school games people forgot was you had, I want to call them red shirts, you had other people in the party and they might suffer bad things. I would feel bad if bad things happened to our follower.
I mean, I've always been too attached to my things. Even when I play necromancers, I don't let the skeletons just walk on ahead of me. I'm too attached.
Right.
My things are my things.
I like that too, though, because you've got buy-in. You're not just throwing these guys away willy-nilly. You actually care
When
about
they
them.
die, it'll matter.
Well, see, the
Yeah.
thing is, it seems paradoxical if you look at me from the outside. Is that you sold back your combat save, right? Yeah, I did. But you won't let the NPCs die. No.
No one
These
dies
intricacies of
today.
Theta.
I care about
Cool,
those guys. I
okay.
don't want them to die. I am my own risk. I'm a PC.
So I don't think we got accomplished any goals today, but we did get a new goal, so that's something. And let's see. Yeah, so let's go through and once again remind everybody of our characters and their mottos. We can start with Ark.
I'm Mark Lloyd. I play Connor Livera de Egravis, the Brazen Raccoon Knight / Crusader. And let's see what are our current goals.
Currently, I
I have a lot of
believe.
scrolling to do. Remove the
okay.
necromantic circle in the Rothers Mountains. Remove the druid curse that guards the gate to Calabria from the goblins, and get the Rinaldi sword to the Children of the Shade. I had fun with the game. It was interesting. It made me want to buy up my climbing so Connor can be less of a trash raccoon.
Oh,
He's pretty good at that.
he is a gentleman of note, but a raccoon of poor quality.
Bargain bin
Shameful raccoon. That's the next time we need an NPC who's like a woodsy raccoon hermit will show up and be like, "What's wrong with you? Haven't you ever fished with your bare paws?"
You're the worst otter we've ever seen.
Right. Cool. Right. And next up we got Ark.
Do it again, Ark. No, do it again.
Did you just do it? I'm sorry. Ark?
Who's going next?
I'll go next. I'm
Okay.
playing Anushka, where I knew no fear and I served with joy. So yeah, I was like, oh great, I get to fight 3 boars in melee. This will be fun.
And
I succeeded. My weapon quality keeps going down, although sweep is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, the
No,
Battle Lair
and
was
Sweep
Harmon's
came
first
in
weapon,
clutch.
because I knew it was worth it.
Yeah. You actually got to sweep, and I think you hit all 3 of them with that sweep. That was nice. So.
Well, that one guy fell off the cliff, but yeah.
That's true. Okay, cool. And we've got Theta.
Well, we also have the Doctor.
Yep.
I tried to say the Doctor, and then he was like...
No, you said Ark. You said Ark 3 times.
Did I say Ark 3 times?
Just
I'm
had a little bit of
so
a
sorry.
lapse there.
Griff,
Sure,
I'm
yeah,
just
the
waking
Doctor.
up now. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the feeling. First do no harm, second get paid, and I'm still waiting to resurrect someone from the dead.
Right. You could have fallen off the cliff.
Yeah, I could have fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
Well, Lazarus Heart is the thing where like they have to just have died, right? You can't just like bring
Within the
anybody
last
back.
hour, after
Okay.
which it gets harder and harder.
Although it would have been Grizzly, because assumedly you would have fallen off the cliff, overkilled
It would have been an
yourself.
overkill, so
Yeah.
it would have been harder and maybe not put back together, right?
Right. Okay. And we also have Theta.
Yep. Gar. And I only have 2 goals, because I already erased that one, which I refused to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
It'll be my sit back and watch you all ruin the world.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, of course, you can leave it for the rest of you who may not feel as strongly about it. You're free to leave it there, and on the next time you get a goal, you always can just replace it. I think it's a maximum of 3, right?
It's entirely the Gar attacks the Grove scenario. 2 of you felt strongly against it, and I went ahead and did it. So I'm not going to say anything when you guys go off and open the gates to hell, and I'll just sit back over here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, guys. So I think that's everything, and it looks like we're wrapping up exactly on time for once, which is cool. Thank you for playing. It'll be 2 experience for everybody. 1 for showing up, 1 for role playing your characters excellently. Always appreciate you, and yeah. Does anyone have anything that they want to plug at the end of the show?
Like, comment, and subscribe, everybody.
Yep, Book of Corals out real soon.
Awesome. Okay, and with that, I guess we'll see you all next time. Thank you for tuning in.
See you, everybody.
Thank you
Enjoy
for
your
running the game.
days.